So we throw the word privilege around a lot right now, but usually it's just used in online arguments to point fingers. But today I want to talk about a very specific kind of privilege that nobody really seems to be talking about and that most of us completely ignore. And it's the sheer unbelievable privilege of even being allowed to follow your dreams in the first place. I mean, think about it. Think where we are right now. We're living in one of the most advantageous points in human history where you can just sit at your desk and learn how to code. You can literally build apps, you can build websites, you can become an author, you can make music, you can literally do anything. And all the information you need, all the information you could ever need to do any of those things is free. The barrier to entry isn't money or location anymore. It's really just time and effort. I mean, we have access to literal supercomputers if we wanted to. Like an AWS subscription is not even that expensive. And if you wanted to run AI locally, you could. It's free. There's free stuff out there. Of course, if you have the hardware, you can do it. But most of the time we use stuff like that now to just doom scroll or goon. And that's not necessarily saying that those two things are bad for you, but in my observations, usually they hurt you more than they help you in the long run. So because we have this level of access, I genuinely believe we have a moral duty to achieve the absolute highest level of success possible. And I don't think it's just a nice idea. I think it's seriously a responsibility. So why is it that it seems like most of us are just coasting? Like, what is the actual point of having the most powerful creation tools ever built if we just use them to distract ourselves? If we just get stuck in a goon loop? I mean, people love to complain about the algorithm or how the market is saturated or how it's too late to start anything new. But why do we settle for the bare minimum when the entire world is literally at our fingertips? I mean, think about it like this. It's like rolling the absolute best starting stats in an RPG. You get the perfect spawn point. You have maxed out starting resources, zero debuffs to your health, and then you just leave your character just there, just idling. You don't even play the game. It's like playing an NPC in a game where you were made the main character, but instead of playing the main character, you said, "Nah, bro, I'm taking the blue pill. Put me back in, plug me back into the matrix. I'm done. It was easier back in there." But just go back a couple of generations, and you'll see that our ancestors had to really struggle just to survive. I mean, think about your parents' parents, like your grandparents. I don't even think we can really think further back than that, but I'm sure that they thought about their grandparents, and I'm sure that they had it way worse than your grandparents had it. But their entire existence was literally just about putting food on the table and make sure that their kids weren't gonna die. They didn't have the luxury of finding their passion or optimizing a workflow. I mean, they worked in factories and fields, doing backbreaking labor so that eventually one day maybe somebody in their bloodline could be able to sit here in like a chair like me and think about what they want to do rather than what they have to do. So when I really put it into perspective for myself, I think that we all kind of won the historical lottery. I mean, when you really think about it, you are ultimately the person that your ancestors were fighting and surviving for. You are the person that they were struggling and going through all their hardships for, just for you to exist one day. And to be a person in 2026, I think is a pretty good time to be alive. So I don't think we really have too much to complain about personally. So with all that being said, if you have a goal or a project that you want to work on or build, or even a YouTube channel like what I'm doing right now, that you want to start, or a skill that you want to learn, I personally think that you owe it to yourself to do it. I mean, honestly, you owe it to the billions of people who lived and died without a fraction of the opportunities you have right now. So I would say stop looking for excuses, go out and min max your life. Go out and do that thing that you've always been wanting to do. Because the last thing that I think that anybody would want to do is live a life where they get to the end of and have regrets. So if this resonated with you at all, I'd really appreciate it if you gave the video a like. I'm just starting out on YouTube, but this is something that I've been really wanting to do for a long time, and I'm really excited to kind of get my first video up finally. So hopefully I'll see you in the next one.